Lately, I've been struggling to lay clear how I normally do. But I have a method that I use whenever I'm struggling to at least lay my clear without any major issues. And today, that's what I'm gonna share with you guys. People seem to believe that if you know how to paint, every paint job should come out great. But unfortunately with painting, that's just not the case. Because there are too many variables to consider. Too many things that could affect the outcome of your job. When it comes to clear coat, there are 3 variables that I consider to be the most important. You could let me know what yours are in the comments below. But for me, they're your panel temperature, your material temperature, and your airflow. I think airflow is probably the most commonly overlooked aspect. It is extremely important because trapping solvents can ruin your paint job. And I think this is something that DIY guys probably might be dealing with and are not even aware of it. You can be doing everything right, but if you have poor airflow, your clear is not gonna finish how you want. I think the problem I'm having is related to airflow, and I think it's because our ceiling filters are overdue to be changed. I could be totally wrong, but regardless of that, I'm not able to pinpoint exactly what the heck's going wrong because I'm using the same gun, the same clear in the same booth. So at this point, the only thing I can do is change the way that I'm spraying it. Luckily for you guys, I have a method that I go to whenever I'm dealing with issues like this, because no matter how long you've been painting, it happens from time to time. You go from laying an absolutely perfect paint job for months on end, not changing anything, to not being able to get a good finish at all. This method isn't anything crazy. It's not something that's very difficult to do. It's actually extremely simple. And the reason why I developed this method is to use when I'm trying out a new clear. This one method is probably the fix for at least 5 different potential issues. So it's something really great to go to when you're not able to figure out what the hell is going on. One way you could also avoid a lot of problems is just use a 4-to-1 clear instead of a 2-to-1. But unfortunately, because I'm in a collision repair shop, I have to use a high solids clear, which has a lot of solvents, which can cause a lot of problems for a lot of different reasons. So if you have the option, go with a 4-to-1. That's first. Now I'm gonna go mix my clear up. We'll get back in here and I'll show you guys exactly what I do to minimize potential problems. All right, we have our clear in our gun. Before anything, we're gonna check the temperature, 72. Then we'll check our panel temperature, 72. I'll check this as well, 72, beautiful. So our material temperature and panel temperature match. I think this goes without saying, but make sure that you're using the correct reducer and hardener for the environment you're in. All right, so we are ready to lay our first coat. We're gonna be putting on 3 coats here, although the first and second are probably equivalent to 1. Every coat has a purpose. The first coat is to avoid any runs. I'm gonna be at 2 bar pressure, fan fluid both wide open, and it's gonna stay that way the entire job. The only thing we're changing is our distance from the panel. So our first coat, we're gonna be about 8 inches back, and we're gonna put on a nice light coat. It's important here that you don't go too dry, but you also do not want to go too wet. I have my gun about 8 inches back and I'm moving at a normal speed that I would usually move at. So you don't have to change anything that you're already doing. You just have to pull your gun back slightly. I know it looks crazy, but don't worry.
this is gonna straighten right out.
Now, once you have that coat on there like that, you want to give it 1/3 of your normal flash off time. For me, it's 10 minutes. So I'm going to give this 3 minutes. Then we're going to put our second coat on.
All right, we're set for our second coat. This is going to be a medium light coat. My gun is going to be about 5 inches from the panel with the same speed.
Here's how it's looking. You can see in some spots it might still be a little dry and we still have a lot of texture going on, but that's okay. After that second coat, the most important thing is that you give it proper flash off time. And that doesn't just mean you go by the book, you go by your data sheet, because the data sheet goes based off of having the correct environment to spray in. So if your environment is not optimal, you may need to leave more flash off time. But I'll show you what we're gonna do to make sure that it's ready for the final wet coat. It's been 10 minutes. All you wanna do, go over to your panel, right around where you cleared, preferably where you went the heaviest. In this case, I can do it right on the panel since this is covered. What you're gonna notice is that there's no strings coming off of the clear. That is what you want. You want a tacky clear, but not a stringy clear. If it's stringy, there are still excessive solvents that need to get out before you lay on your last coat.
Now everything is staying the same. I'm at 2 bar pressure. The only thing I'm doing is I'm going to move my gun closer to the panel. So I'm going to be about 3 or 4 inches away from my panel on this last coat. But my speed is going to stay the same. I'll try to hold the phone here so you guys can see how close I'm going here. Normally, the way I'm putting this coat on is the way that I would put my first coat on, and I never had any problems. But lately, oh man, I've been having a lot of freaking issues. So this is just my way to counteract the issues, because I know it's related to solvent release, but I don't know why I'm having that problem. But I do know using this method is going to solve it.
Now, do I enjoy this method? No. I enjoy laying my first coat wet because I have the confidence that I know my material and my booth well enough to do so. But unfortunately, that's just not the case lately. What I do enjoy is getting an awesome finish. So if I have to lay my clear in a not so fun way to get a beautiful finish again, well then that's just what I gotta do. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, if you got any value out of it, or if you were entertained, if you could, please consider dropping a like, comment, or maybe even subscribe. Enjoy the weekend, and until the next time, peace!